Hi everybody, welcome to part 3 and the final part of simplifying rational expressions. We are going to simplify 2x minus x squared over x squared minus x minus 2 and identify x values that don't work. And the big key here is we're going to actually factor out a negative 1, okay? And so this one that pops up can pop up a lot in pre-cal in calculus and calculus. So the numerator here, 2x minus x squared, that has x in common. So I'm going to go ahead and factor out the x in the numerator. So 2x divided by x is just 2. Bring down the minus, x squared divided by x is just x. And now in the denominator here, two numbers that multiply to be negative 2 and add to be negative 1 are x minus 2 times x plus 1. So here's the key. Notice that these two terms look almost identical, but they have the opposite signs. The 2 is positive in the numerator. We're subtracting 2 in the denominator. This is where the factoring of negative 1 comes out. I'm going to take negative 1 out. So in the numerator, it's going to become negative x. I take out the negative. There's the negative. And that changes the sign of both. So plus 2 becomes minus 2 in here. Subtracting x becomes adding x. Okay? And we're going to divide that, and we're just going to leave the denominator. We're going to do nothing to the denominator. Okay? So two things can happen here. Number one, I can go ahead and state my restrictions. Okay? And I'll do that in just a second, but I'm going to rewrite this polynomial first. Notice how I have the negative 2 out front, but I can switch that and put x minus 2. I just want to do that so it's a little easier to show you what's going to simplify out, and maybe you already saw that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and list our restrictions. Okay. What makes our denominator 0? So x cannot be 2, right? Because if I plug 2 in here, 2 minus 2 is 0. And x cannot be negative 1. Those are the two issues. And my final answer here, notice how now we can simplify x minus 2, those go to 1. They're the same thing, right? When you divide a number by itself, it's just 1. So the numerator now is negative x over x plus 1. And those are your restrictions. I can label them here too if you want to. They're a little far away. Okay, so that's solving or simplifying by factoring by negative 1. So if you have any questions or comments on that, go ahead and list them below, and we'll see you next time.